Hi, everybody, and welcome to Houston Life. I'm Derek Shore.
And I'm Jennifer Broom. Happy Monday. You know what? It's 5 o'clock somewhere, so beer lovers rejoice. Over 175 brewers are bringing beers from all over 600 beers, different ones, as a matter of fact, all for a good cause.
Yeah, and David Lesh and Chris Garcia are here to tell us all about Wild West Brew Fest. Wild West Brew Fest. So this is your 7th year, right?
6th year.
6th year. And the Katy Rotary Club puts this on?
Rotary Club of Katy.
So how does it all work? You bring in all these vendors and essentially people walk through and try a bunch of beer.
We do. We bring in about 135 brewers. Each brewer brings 4 taps. So we're going to have multiply. So what is that? What is that, Jennifer? 4 times 135? 550. 550 beers, roughly 550 to 600 beers. It's going to be an awesome event. We really enjoy it.
Okay, well, you've got a plethora of beer right here. So how does this work? Do you go in, like take me through, when you walk into the festival, you get a wristband, and then you can drink as many beers as you want?
You get a wristband, you get a nice tasting glass, and then for you guys, of course, because y'all are VIPs, we give you a VIP.
Get this nice VIP glass.
Yes, you get this nice VIP glass.
You get an upgrade on the glass. Nice.
Let me include you as well, so you don't feel left out.
Thank you, David.
Wristband VIP treatment is at the Hop House. It's called the Hop House.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, so it's 12,000.
Beers, hops, got it.
Yeah, it's pretty smart.
How much are the wristbands, Chris?
Wristbands, we have our launch party, which is Friday night from 7 to 10. You can get in for $35.
Okay.
On Saturday is the actual brew festival. You can come in for, again, $35 for Saturday as a general admission, or VIP. That's a little more. It's going to be at $70.
$75.
And what does that get you? I mean, if you buy a wristband, you go in, can you...
Beer?
Yes, beer. So you get a tasting card. So it's a punch card. So each vendor you go up to, they'll punch one punch. You get 24 ounces, 2-ounce pours. So in that, it's right about here. And you can go back and buy more punch cards as you go through the day.
Okay.
So when you find one that you really like, you can go back and get your
Now, one thing
glass.
interesting about that is that we also sell cans, so there'll be some can zones there too. So if you really like somebody, like for instance, Carbach or whoever, you can go get a can of them too.
Now, and we're seeing some photos right now of years past at the event. It looks sort of like a music festival in some ways too.
Very good point. We have 5 bands that are going to be playing all day long.
Houston is really good at
I'm still waiting to get a beer.
Okay. So we can pop.
Stating the obvious.
We can pop this one open. So this is St. Arnold's. This is a local guy. It's a really good. I started kind of light as far as the light beer is concerned.
Okay.
And
this is the epitome of a beer shot.
Yeah. Well, I was told to pour a little light because we got a long day ahead of us. Is what I heard.
This is the light beer here.
This is light.
This has a very dark caramel color.
This is.
Does it look nice?
This is a great. It's a Bishop's Barrel 17. So it's been aged in some barrels. It's cheers. Thank you very much. I hope you like it.
Oh wow. Very hoppy, huh?
Oh, I like that.
You like it?
Yeah.
Barrel aged there.
Yeah, it's good.
I like it.
It's very nice.
So we're going to go to No Label. No Label's Perpetual Peace. Katy Brewery, we had to bring No Label because we're in Katy. So No Label is very similar beer, but it's going to be a little sweeter.
Okay.
It's going to be a little sweeter.
I've never tried this one, so.
I think you'll like it.
And guys, we should point out that the proceeds from the sales of the tickets, in years past, it supported local FFA chapters in Katy?
FFA, band, all types of Katy ISD type projects, Christ Clinic in Katy, Katy Christian Ministries, Clothed by Faith. We really try to give back all of the net proceeds back to charity. Year to date, we've given back $343,000. This is going to be year 6, so that's in 5 years.
That is awesome.
This year we gave almost 4 tons of meat back to Katy Christian Ministries and other local food pantries as well.
Wow.
4 tons.
4 tons.
That feeds a lot of people.
It does.
It does. All with beer, too. It's an amazing vehicle. So tell me about that.
See, this one actually tastes a little lighter than the last one.
Yeah, I think this one tastes definitely
A little lighter?
Yeah.
A little lighter? Okay.
So as people are wandering through the festival, then, how many of these breweries are local breweries? I mean, are they coming from all over the place, or are they mostly Houston-based?
That's a great question. Pretty much all of our breweries that are coming, all of the local breweries will be there. So St. Arnold, obviously, No Label.
Eighth Wonder, Carbach.
Exactly.
All of those guys will be there. Out of the 130 some odd brewers, I would say about 100 of them are out of state. So we have a lot of visitors from out of state that come because of that reason, from California, Illinois, Colorado, and a lot of.
Before the show, you and I were talking about this beer in particular. So you know, like how wine has that scale. Robert Parker. You always hear Robert Parker giving points on wine.
Actually, I did not know that. but
Okay.
it sounds reasonable. Okay.
But there's also a beer scale, and this one scored 100 out of 100.
This is 100 over 100.
It's a perfect
This
beer.
is a Chicago brewery called Goose Island, and this is a black beer. It's an imperial stout
It's
aged
really, really
in
dark.
whiskey barrels.
But Chris, I
It's
got to
really
ask you,
good.
what makes a perfect beer? Because isn't this entirely subjective? The perfect beer may taste really disgusting to someone.
Absolutely. And again, we're talking perfect beer based on just Beer Advocate and the scoring that they do. It may not be perfect to you.
Oh, wow.
But it's pretty good to me.
Oh my.
Yeah, I kind of like this with the bourbon
good.
in there. That
Exactly.
bourbon hint, it's really nice.
This would go really well after a long day with a good steak and something.
Absolutely.
That's one thing unique about beer is that you can really pair it up with various things. It's really kind of cool.
When you really should also smell it too.
Absolutely.
Like I love a
Very
trick
true.
of always like cover it with your hand, like swirl it, cover it with your hand to really get the full effect of all the aromas coming in.
Jennifer, I'm impressed because you typically are not much of a beer drinker
I am
yourself.
too.
But beer is much more complex than wine, so I like the whole tasting aspect of it, which is like what we're doing right
So
now.
academic of you.
Yes.
And
All
that's
right.
what's great about our event as well. You don't have to be a beer lover. I mean, it's a family-friendly event. You have people of all ages coming, having a good time, and just hanging out, listening to music. Like you
Kids are
mentioned.
invited too?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
It's Katy. I mean, it's a safe environment. It's a great deal. One thing that comes back on our survey.
I love it. You're like, it's Katy. It's what we do.
It's what we do. I mean,
So
it's,
what about, I mean, obviously kids are not going to be drinking beer. Do you have activities for the
we
kids?
do. We have a few bounce houses out there. We have some. We had a riding bull last year. It was really cool.
Game tents,
Yeah, game
with
tents.
pinball, Pac-Man, shuffleboard, air
No
hockey.
quarters required, by the
Absolutely.
way.
And how much are tickets for kids? Is there a different price?
They're free.
Free?
Yeah.
Okay, so this one that we're getting ready to try,
This
you
is
say
the
is
last
very
one.
rare.
This is a very rare. It's Founders. It's KBS. It's going to have like a little smoky chocolate
Wow.
taste to it. It's really, really superb. It's a great beer.
You know, these darker beers, they sort of remind me if you're wine tasting and you taste a port or something that's a little more of like a dessert wine, these definitely have a richer, sweeter flavor
Very
than most
true.
beer.
Very
Dark doesn't always mean heavy beer. I think sometimes
That's
a
correct.
lot of, especially ladies, associate the dark beer. Oh, that's the heavy beer, but not
Yes.
always the case. This
Yes.
one's really good. It's got that
You like
smokiness
that?
that you can really, really
Yeah,
get.
this is a nice beer.
Wow.
I think this is so cool because you really can try, like this one that's 100 out of 100. You know, really try some different things that maybe not get exposed to otherwise.
And it all goes back to charity, which is
the best part.
about
It's
it.
not to
Absolutely.
love. David Lesh, Chris Garcia, thank you so much for
Thank
stopping
you.
by.
Thank you
Sounds
very
like
much.
a great event. I love that
Appreciate
kids
it.
are free.
Thank you.
So cool. And again, the information was just on your screen, wildwestbrewfest.com for
Awesome.
more
Thank you, sir.
information.
Thank you.
And there it is again, wildwestbrewfest.com. You got it. Coming up on May 5th and 6th. Now,